So the Republican budget plans to cut Medicaid by $880 billion so they can offer more tax cuts to the ultra-rich. That is their real plan. That is what they're voting on today. Do you know what the budget of Medicaid is? It's $880 billion. So to be clear, the Republicans plan to destroy Medicaid, which is the healthcare for 72 million Americans, so that rich people can have even more money. They're trying to be subtle about it. The resolution doesn't explicitly call for a tax to Medicaid, but there is virtually no other way to achieve the $880 billion in savings the resolution calls for without slashing Medicaid. So it's smoke and mirrors, baby. Smoke and mirrors. And I'm curious, knowing that, is that what people voted for? Is that what Republicans want their representatives voting for? Because Democrats aren't helping with this. This is a Republican plan. The Democrats tried in budget reconciliation to get the Republicans to add an amendment to the bill that said they would leave Medicaid alone, but the Republican senators voted against it. They tried to get an amendment added that said no one who makes over $1 billion a year should get a tax cut, but the Republicans voted against it. So this is literally their plan. You can listen to them talk online or on TV or in town halls about waste and fraud and abuse and about how this bloated government excess is forcing them to fire government workers and cancel government contracts. But we now know that nearly 40% of all the contracts DOGE has canceled so far will produce $0 in savings. Zero. Because if you had a contract for, say, $1 million and the government had already paid $800,000 of that, canceling that contract doesn't save you $1 million, as DOGE math pretends it does. At most, it saves you $200,000, but you just wasted $800,000 on something you can no longer use. If we wanted to save money, we would be doing things like canceling the billions of dollars in subsidies we give to oil and gas companies or pharmaceutical companies, both of whom make billions of dollars a year in profit. Why do they need taxpayer money? What are the taxpayers getting out of that deal? But nope, we're not going to touch that. The contracts and jobs that DOGE is canceling are the ones that employ American workers and fund American farmers and take care of American veterans and feed the American people, all which positively affects the American economy. But the Republicans instead have chosen to give that money away to industries that don't need it and don't give back. Talk about waste. Hell, if the Republicans really wanted to save money, if they truly cared about balancing the budget, it wouldn't be from cutting medical care to our oldest citizens and poorest children. They would be doing what good old Sleepy Joe did and funding the IRS. Because America leaves trillions of dollars, that is trillions with a T, in unpaid taxes on the table every year from the very richest Americans and corporations because our tax revenue service doesn't have the money or manpower to go after our biggest tax cheats. There are trillions of dollars available to the American government that we just don't bring in because the people responsible for collecting it cannot compete with the high-powered lawyers and accountants the rich can afford. So if you're looking for fraud and abuse, there is your culprit. But no, we're not going to collect taxes on the rich that they already owe. Republicans have already cut 6,000 IRS employees. No, we're going to let them keep dodging their taxes and give them lower rates and more write-offs. We're going to give the ultra-rich and the billionaires and the corporations more money while we cut national park rangers and cancer researchers and food safety inspectors and air traffic controllers. We are going to watch the Republicans vote for a budget that ensures people lose access to medications and doctors and services so that people who don't need anything can have more, while people who have nothing can get less. Fuck you, you fucking vultures. You people clearly did not read enough French history.